Hello and welcome to episode 33 of our Ostriv Alpha 5.2 Let's Play. It is May of 1791. We have 1,777 people in our town. Last time, we did a whole bunch of small improvements, added some more housing over here, messed with farms a tiny bit, and started building a little bit more over here in this area with all of these village houses with gardens. And at this point in the playthrough, there's really not too many more discrete things we have to do. And that means, first of all, that we're probably going to be doing a whole lot of time lapses moving forward. But secondly, it means we can just kind of organically grow the city without having to worry about, oh, accomplish X, Y, or Z. Just get stuff done and enjoy the process of organically creating stuff, which I think is one of the very, very best things about this game. But there are a couple things we probably should do. Like this area right here does not have any improvement made to it, and hasn't since this tavern was put in. I don't even know how many episodes ago that was. So we can stand to decorate things here a little bit more. We have some more areas that need to be paved, and especially in this area, we can make a few more improvements, do some decorations, see what exactly it is we want to do over here, and gradually just make little incremental improvements. We also have this little graveyard area here that will almost certainly fill up by the time that we get maybe about halfway through the episode, so we can think about putting another layer of graves here or build another little cemetery somewhere else on the map. Probably going to avoid another huge one like this, instead opt for some smaller, more intimate settings, like you would find like a family gravesite or something. We could possibly even look into, see if I can get in the correct spot on the map. We have all this space down here in the corner. I think this would be a great opportunity eventually to move down in here and create some really, really sparsely populated areas. Like, this is dense, right? We have all these houses with no gardens. We have these row houses, and we have like this central core of the town here, and then again up here. What if we just took houses with the gardens and made kind of like a homestead thing, where you have the house with a huge garden, maybe a small farm and a couple other buildings, so it actually feels like a couple generations of people live in this one spot, and they completely subsist off the land and have all sorts of fun stuff that they can have access to. I think that would be fun. But that's probably still a decent ways away because we are quite far away, relatively speaking, to everything else. So let's keep that in the back of our minds as we move forward. Other things we need to accomplish today, based off of what we've done in previous episodes. Somehow we still don't have enough fish. It does show up we have about 255 right now, but that is not going to be enough. We really honestly should be having probably 4 or 5 times as many fishing docks as we have based on production. But that would require, oh, I don't know, another 100 people to work them. So I don't think that's going to happen, but we can still keep building more. We're not going to oversaturate the river or anything. We should still be completely fine to produce a decent amount of fish. And we could even start making some dried fish if we want, but our salt supply isn't okay, we have 11,000. That's more than I thought. So maybe we do want to start making some dried fish. Let's actually do that. Let's set this to, say, 500. Wish I could just type this in instead of clicking and dragging. That does tend to go a little slower here. All right, 500. And I think, I don't know if I can just automatically have all of these be set to 500. Doesn't look like it. So maybe just a couple of these will set to make dried fish. We could actually do only dried fish on a couple of these. That sounds fun because we can definitely keep dried fish, but we need to have both, right? Because people want variety. So we'll do a couple of improvements to that. And of course, it's almost illegal at this point to go through one of these episodes without building at least one row house. So I think we can find a couple spots to put those in. I like the idea of having this be kind of like a long string of row houses. We do have the little, well, it's not technically an arch, but little archway right here. get through to the other side. So I like the idea of maybe doing something else here. I don't know. We'll see. We have plenty of other stuff happening here. We have all these trees that still need to be planted. We might be able to give these guys a little bit of help with another forestry, but that will come in due time. We also need to make sure that we have a good handle on our food production. It seems like stuff is pretty okay right now. Could probably stand to grow a little bit more wheat, but we have tons of barley, which is great. That means the alcohol production will be perfectly fine. We have a decent amount of potatoes, or we did. I guess they're gone now, huh? In May already? Sheesh. I don't know, there's only so many farms we can actually support and actually plant every single year without having a bunch more people. Our balance of jobs versus bodies available to do them is better than it's been. I'm not going to say it's perfect or great, but it's definitely better than it has been for a while. It's just kind of like an always increasing demand thing, right? You build more houses, you get more people, they need more food, so you have to build more production, but then you have to have jobs available and people available to work those jobs. It's just a never-ending cycle. So since they're still here, got a messenger, we see if we can sell anything to get a little bit extra money. I'm not going to sell all 4,000 of this sunflower oil, we'll just sell 2,000. Metal parts, I'm not actually exporting those right now. Iron, I am though, and we have enough. That's looking good. Another thing for production, we have a good amount of iron ore. We have 34,000 of it. So if anything, we should be building some more of these smelteries, because we need to process it so we can use it and so we can sell it. So maybe that's something we want to put in today. Just go ahead and see how many more of these we can stick in without it being crazy weird. Got to be careful about the entrance to our... oh, that's uneven terrain too. Okay, so that's fine. So can I get this as close as possible? Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll put that one there. And if I can get another one down here. Terrain is uneven. Uneven, occupied. Uneven, uneven, uneven. Oh, okay, so it'll actually work on the other side over here. But we'll try with the, we'll try with 3 of them and see if that works. Of course, I'm setting up a time lapse in case you had no idea what we were probably going to do very early on in this episode. But we've got that smeltery. Well, it's done a little bit of terraforming, it seems, which is unfortunate. Terraforming always seems to be kind of a pain here. Dairy, of course, is behind on milk production, so I think we could probably put in another cow shed or 2 pretty easily. If I could fit another one right here, that would be fantastic. Just kind of line this whole thing with cow sheds. It seems like I might actually be able to. Yeah, we'll put one there. Actually, go ahead and add, if I could get 2 more in here. Firstly, to hide my shame in terraforming misadventures, and secondly, because, well, we need more stuff for our dairy. Uneven terrain. I wonder why that is. Okay, so that's going to let me build there. Okay, we'll do that. So we got 2 more cow sheds. Of course, we have our big hay barrack right here, which is plenty of capacity. If anything, we need to be harvesting more hay. And I don't know that this is really the best place to be doing it from. That's just where that stuff's been so far, and I'm not tempted to change it. But we can put in some hay barracks in other parts of the town that otherwise might not get a lot of use for other things. So I think a good place to start would just be right here. We'll put 5. Can I fit 6? It does not seem like I can. But 5 of those right there I think will be a-okay. And then we don't need 20 laborers for each hay dryer. We can probably get by with 5, that's fine. Yeah, so that is a decent start to get those 3 things built. And then we also need to get housing with the gardens. The unfortunate thing is there's not really anywhere over here I can get away with building those. I feel like this area up here needs to be probably another farm eventually, once we get there. So the only place we could really do that would be down here, over here, or all the way over here. But to build much more past here, we'd have to have another marketplace, which is something we were looking at doing, but hadn't actually done. We just have these stalls right here. Oh, we can actually fill those up now. Do we have any additional slots here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, but that's good to have that all taken care of. Granaries aren't really buying much of anything, though. Well, it is May. Normally we'd buy that stuff in August, September. So what we're going to have to do here, in this general area, is put in at least a couple of market stalls. This is not a good place for row houses because there's no reason for it. There's no density requirement over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint a bunch of these trees for removal. Even though these would be the next ones they would get rid of. I need to make sure I'm not painting the ones I've manually placed. Okay, good. Yeah, just get a bunch of these taken out here. Just make sure they're not running off somewhere else on the map to get this done. And then we're going to put a couple more houses and another marketplace, but that is later in the episode. Nope, we just want to be able to make sure these guys are getting stuff done. Which I have no reason to believe they aren't, but you know how this goes. Alright, so we got these three things in. Let's go ahead and start building some additional housing over here. Now, we have these trees that are presently kind of in the way. So I think what we might want to do instead, because these trees are not going to be removed anytime soon, I kind of want to just put in another section of row houses kind of disconnected from this, but I know ultimately I'm going to want to have more here. So if we come over to this side, we're obviously not going to put any over here, but I don't think it's unreasonable to have maybe a small collection of some in this general area, and then maybe put in another bridge over here. Although I don't know if bridges are going to play nice with us over here because of the terrain height differences. I feel like we'd kind of have to play the very dangerous game of terraforming with some of this stuff. So I think if I come over to this side, how high off the ground is that going to be? Yeah, that is pretty abominable right there. And of course, if I go all the way over here, then it's going to just completely mess something up. But if I did something like this, yeah, that's not terrible. That is far from the worst thing they could have been doing there. So we'll put this bridge right here, and I'm gonna see, because they said they'd made some improvements in the row houses to where it would let you build on steeper slopes. So if there is a way to fit some kind of over here, then I think we want to check that out. This is kind of a steep slope, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a way for us to build at least something over here. Even if it is going to have to be something closer to this, which it looks like it might be. Yeah, we'll keep it simple with just a 2-story. We'll try that one right there. We'll put another one with a store in the bottom. Oh, is that the one I just put down? Oh, it just says row house. I don't remember which one it was. So maybe it was the one with the store. Maybe it wasn't. The world may never know. So what I'll do instead is just kind of keep building slightly in an arch around here. And then we'll just put another one with a store, because why not? If we make a second one, then that's fine. If we don't, then that's fine too. So we can always add something else later. But what that's going to do is create kind of like a small cluster right here that we can build around. We'll have our access to the other area here via the bridge. And then we can do a little bit more production, maybe a couple of fishing docks here as well. So we'll leave those 3 right there. I'm going to put in a stone well or 2. Just right here in the center. Go ahead and move those up actually before we build the row houses so they have time to fill up a little bit. That should be pretty good. And then in terms of actual production buildings, how are we looking on the fish? Yeah, we definitely need more fish. So I think, yeah, I left enough room just barely in some of this area. So if we move this kind of up here, I can put 2 of those right there where the river starts to widen a little bit. And then, of course, they're going to need a boatyard, which I will actually go ahead and build before the fishing docks so we can, you know, supply the boats. And since we're already over here, might as well go ahead and add a... why can't I... it's really not going to let me put this here? That seems kind of extreme. Oh well. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right next to the fishing boat building place because we're going to have some other production over here that's going to want that. Maybe some other livestock over here might be a good idea, especially once we get this hill all cleared off and we can put yet another farm over here. But it's going to be nice to have more laborers over here because these farms can definitely use it. And this should still be close enough via the bridge to buy from all of the stores in these row houses. But it never hurts to have more capacity for the staple things. So we'll leave that alone. And I think now we are in a good spot to go ahead and start a time lapse and watch him build all this stuff. So I guess we'll see you on the other side. All right, so that is the entire queue. And if you noticed, some less than desirable stuff occurred. Chiefly, this farm is slam full of flax, and we have to have somewhere to put that before March comes around. So let's go down to 1x speed. And we gotta find somewhere to put this stuff, man. It's just an unbelievable amount of flax. So I think the best thing for us to do here is just going to be to put another warehouse in. As not exciting as that may be. So I think I can pretty reliably just fit one here. Yeah. We'll just put one here. Get that built ASAP because we have to clear this flax out so we can replace all of the oxen that are dead. So that's fun, you know, just normal stuff. So hopefully they can get this built quickly because we only have about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Until that happens, we really can't do too much else. But we did get some more housing built, and we now have fewer people in the town than we did before we started the time lapse because we had some deaths. Oh, the taverns aren't working. Yep. Because we're gonna need to have some more, probably wagon sheds and cart sheds, if I had to guess, would help this just a little bit. Now hurry up and finish this. I know they can't all be taking a rest, right? Right? One would think it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Alright, come on now. We only have like a week. So I literally can't do anything until this is all gone. Come on, really? You're gonna make me wait this long? Alright, now we have to deactivate all of these fields, because if they don't plow them, it's gonna be very bad news. They'll have lower yields and everything, so we'll... we gotta fix all this stuff. Alright, so none of these fields are now activated on this farm, which is kind of a drag. But we'll get it fixed soon enough, just as soon as they finish building this thing. Oh, there you go. Now you come over here. Okay. So immediately set this to be flax. Do that like we always do. Guess I should copy from this one, although we don't have anything going anyway, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, empty this at once. Alright, as soon as we get some more hay in here, I think we'll be good. So let's go to the convenient bull shed. Find some of our younger oxen here. And drag those guys over there. Oh, come on. Gonna get stuck in this loop again. Alright, let's try that one more time. Well, more than one more time, because we have more than one slot to fill. Now I think... Yeah, okay, those are full. Alright, let's do a quick check and see... Oh, storage is full on this one, huh? Okay, so we have a flax problem. We definitely have a flax problem. We can... This one's full again, too. Okay. Alright, so we very clearly have massively, and I do mean massively, underestimated just how much flax we would be storing here. So I think what we'll do is we will just unstore all the hemp here and instead allow more flax. Then we're going to build another warehouse that will allow flax. Just as soon as they get rid of all of this, I don't care that stack of resources could be destroyed. It will not negatively affect anyone's lives. Except now I have these nails that can all go bye-bye. Alright. So then we copy-paste just as soon as that goes away. Yet another warehouse. Now, as long as these guys don't... okay, no, we're looking good now. Alright. We have all of these good to go. Let's activate our fields in the order that they are supposed to be plowed. Are going to get about half a month late start on plowing the fields, which probably is going to end up reducing our yield. But hopefully, they can still get everything done. Let's have faith in them for now. Alright, this is slowly, hopefully, getting filled in. I know the labor market is kind of rough right now because we have so many people trying to do farm stuff. Alright, so let's pause and see what these guys have. I can't sell flax, can I? But I can sell iron. That's a good way to make some cash. Horseshoes, yeah, we can sell some horseshoes. Got 500 of those bad boys. Metal parts we're not selling. Oh, here's flax. I have 82,000 flax. Are you serious? Alright, now hold up. Do I have space to store flax? Oh, I sure do. You betcha. Let's go. Let's just casually stock, say, 5,000 for export. Please do not crash. Please do not crash. Please do not crash. Okay, there we go. Now, how long are they going to still... Oh, 23 more days. We got this. We got this. So as soon as this starts coming in, I'll go ahead and try to sell these. They're going to take a time to get here, too. I just have to guess how much we're going to have by the time they get here. Because we can always start selling more. I think we can... Oh, yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. I'm going to start by selling, say, 2,000. And see how much more we can take care of. So I guess the moral of the story is we need to have a lot more in the clothing production supply chain. Because we have too much flax. Alright, now I think I can sell another 3,000 easy. That should be enough for right now. Let's go ahead and get this set up with more flax. Yep, that's right. Another 10,000 flax. So we have our tailor's workshops and we have our weaver's workshops. We need more weaving. So guess what? We'll stick yet another one right about here. So that's now going to be 4 of those in this area. And I think that's where we're going to stop with that. But we have this area over here could definitely stand to do some more. I like this kind of tiered on the hill look with the things. It looks pretty nice. All right, another item to sell in the store. And now we have to decide, are we going to put production here or are we going to put it kind of back here? I think I like the idea of putting it in this area. So let's put in a couple of weaver's workshops. Leave some room around there for... Actually, let's check and see if the fishing docks can even fit here, first of all. Oh, they sure can. So I can't put them on that side. So we just need to make sure we leave enough space. So let's do that. Weaver's workshops. I guess we can just kind of generally put 2 of those guys right there, and then we'll put a tailor's workshop right next to it. Looking good. And then I think can manage to put another warehouse or a couple over here. Maybe right next to the tailor. Seems smart. We might even put 2. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad to put 2 of those there. Have raw materials and finished goods all stored in one spot. Ah, yes, white lines of death once again. Now, how are we looking on our storage here? Okay, now it's still super full. Too much flax. Why am I growing so much flax? We should be selling this stuff. Now, did they actually come get all that flax? Okay, there's that flax export coming in. So now that I know we can just completely obliterate the world flax supply. Derkachi, you want to buy some flax? No? Okay, well, that's your choice, I suppose. Wilko, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, come buy this stuff. We're making tons of it. Apples, we're not exporting there. I forgot about that. Clothing, we're not making enough yet, but we will soon. We definitely will soon. I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of flour. Sallow. Thinking I'll buy 5,000 easy of that. Lime. Never hurts to have more of that, right? 4,000 lime. Dried fish. We're making it, so I probably shouldn't be buying it. But all the same, we'll just go ahead and buy 5,000 just because we can. Potatoes, we have none. Well, that's probably okay. Let's check and see. Ah, yes, a potential problem has emerged. We have a 20-year-old oxen here. Needs to be helped out. Those are both still healthy, though, so that's good. Now, this cowshed, I don't know if you saw the messages pop up here. I was just killing cows going in here because there was no food. So what we'll need to do is place some of these guys appropriately. Stick a couple more cows in each of these new ones here. And then I think we can just kind of let these organically grow. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I'm not going to make any more pastures for these right now because we do still have to have cows occupying the fallow fields to get our nutrient regeneration. So I think we can just kind of let these guys go wherever they want, honestly. For at least some modicum of time. And that should be good. Look at these white lines everywhere, man. Look at that. Really? These are all fallow at the same time? It just so happened that all of those are fallow. Alright, well, this area is just about ready to get back underway here with the Weaver's Workshops. We'll go ahead. Oh, I haven't started that one either. Alright, copy all of that. All right, no hemp or flax for textile production. Are you sure? Because we can get you some. You should have no problems ever having flax. Ever. All right. We'll just set that to a cool 10,000 flax. Then this other warehouse is going to end up being for finished goods. I'm sure it's going to end up being made into entirely flax at some point because that's usually how this works. Now we only have a mere 70,000 flax. Hard times, huh? Jeez. Well, these are fully stocked, which is good. Well, fully hired out, I guess, would be the best way to put it. And these, actually, there's still a few apartments to give. So that's good to see. Fishing docks are doing fishing dock things. We just need this one warehouse to get taken care of. Add that in. Fix a few balance issues, and then maybe we'll do some decorating to close the video off. I think that sounds like a nice, fun idea. All right, river buddies, will you buy my flax? No, but you'll buy my beer. That is close enough. And my broadcloth, yes, I do have plenty of that. So come on down. Clothing, storage, I'm not going to worry about sunflower. They can buy 115,000 sunflower oil. Wow. We probably should be stocking some of these other crops that we just don't really ever worry about. Oh, we don't have any mead. Well, guess what? We're going to buy 28,000 of it because we can. So that seems like a fantastic idea there. All right, clothing. Warm clothing. And broadcloth. Let's set that to 2,500 a piece. Probably won't need 2,500 warm clothing, but we definitely can use the space for broadcloth. And then I bet you can't guess what's going to go in the last thing little here. 2,500 flax. Yep. If you guess that, you win absolutely nothing because that is what we should have done in the first place. But that'll be fine. That'll help this area out quite a bit. And give us some more production of the stuff that we need to be selling and using anyway. Now, is this... Oh, this is still full of flax. Don't tell me we still have all this flax. Alright, you won't buy it either, so that's, well, it is what it is. I'll just go ahead and buy a 2,000 buckwheat because it's cheap. Iron we still don't have a ton of for some reason. Lime's looking good. Yeah, now the problem is going to be getting this flax out of here before harvest starts because we're going to be harvesting lots of it. Am I just going to have to build an entire army of warehouses just for flax? Because I feel like that's what this is getting up to. That is, shall we say, annoying. Can I fit any more of these over here? I feel like that would be kind of oh, okay, well. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Can I... Uneven terrain. Okay, that's probably for the best. Just put 2 more here. Yeah, there you go. Can I fit another one right here? I sure can. Let's get a little closer. Alright, can I fit another one here? Ho 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 ho. Alright, alright. Well, that's going to fill up that space pretty nicely. Now the problem here is going to be, what do I do with all this? It can't all be flax storage, and I actually can't put anything here either. So why don't we... I really had that much space? Okay, spruce trees it is. Alright, are you guys going to buy any flax? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, come get some. You can have as much as you want all day long. It's yours. Just come get it. Alright, I am going to pause this so I can try to catch up. because we're going to have flax coming in very, very fast. And that is just not going to be great if we don't have everything taken care of here. Now you might be saying, it would be smart of you to try and reduce the amount of flax you're growing, but the keen-eyed among you will remember that at some point in time we always have a shortage of something. So now that we have too much, we can rest assured knowing that we will never have a flax shortage ever again. And we're going to hold on to that for dear life. We are going to do whatever we can to avoid that from being a problem. Now, this does seem... Oh, because I built out to the dimensions of this building. Okay, well, no matter. We can still put spruce trees in. That'll be fine. So I think I can fit a nice 5 trees right here. Build that area out pretty well. We got so much flax coming out. Look how ridiculous this looks. What is that? The houses in San Francisco, the gingerbread houses, or whatever they call those things. The terraced row houses. I guess they're not really row houses. They're well, now they're all like condominiums or something. They've renovated the inside. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. If you watched Full House in the 90s, you will have definitely seen those. Featured very prominently in the opening to that one. Now we have all of this storage for flax. And nobody to put it in. Or no one to put it in there. You're not putting flax into people, don't worry. We're not that deranged here. Now, this is too big. That is too big. Well, not really too big to fit there. Too big to comfortably fit there. What about a cart shed? This, actually, do we have all of our trees planted? No. But a cart shed, I think, is going to be the best thing to put here. Just as soon as this is put in place. So I think they can get these 3 trees in before they finish this cart shed. If not, we'll have to pause construction to prevent some sort of a catastrophe from occurring. So actually, let's pause that right now just to make sure. I want to get them in here to put these trees in. So maybe we leave that alone for a second and take a look at our look at all this. We still have way too much flax. I don't want to get rid of it because, you know, we can use that. Oh, so here's what's happened is we don't have enough people to actually take care of anything. Okay. Let's move, say, 10,000 flax by wagon to this new warehouse. And then what about up here? Okay, so this is much more sane looking. We just have to have better resource management, I guess we'll say. Now, all right, we need one more tree planted. And then we can actually uncork the construction on this one. So whoever has the sapling for that little spruce tree right there, come on down, place it in, and we will build ourselves a cart shed. Anybody? Bueller? Anybody at all? Now's the time, friends. Come on. Don't make me sit here all day. Well, they're still gathering resources, so I guess that's fine. We can let that sit for a little bit. You know, I thought this would actually be enough production of all this stuff to not have to worry about it anymore. But as you can see, I was clearly mistaken. Okay, we still have tons of mead. I think... Go ahead and buy some honey. Can't ever hurt. Beer, we can sell some beer. There we go. Clothing, I guess we can go ahead and sell some because we're about to make a ton of clothing. Now, do we have this tree placed? We sure do, so unpause the cart shed. And then we'll get that nice and fully staffed. We still have tons of open vacancies. Oh, it's going to be an eternal problem, isn't it? Well, at least this area seems to be doing pretty well. Go ahead and see if there's anything else we can add to the store. Yes, warm clothing. You betcha they need to have that going. Yeah, so I think now the issue is going to be beefing up our transportation logistics because, let's face it, it's not been great. Definitely lots of room for improvement. We have oil workshop right here. Seems to be working pretty well. Forestry. What did I put in here? Firewood. Yeah, okay, that's a good thing to stick there. But we could probably have another, I don't know, 3 or 4 wagon sheds and probably still make good use of them. But for right now, the cart shed is going to be a good way to invest some resources real quick as soon as that's done. Then we'll do a little bit of decorating, and then I think we'll call it a day. Sounds pretty good to me. Get nice and productive. All right, order those carts. Copy paste all of these settings. Looking good there. All right, so that can take care of itself. Let's do a little bit of work on this area right here, because I know we haven't done anything. So I'm feeling a nice kind of landscaped boulevard here. Or pavement. Let's go ahead and get this. Actually, we could just build this whole thing back here. Maybe put another warehouse in if it fits. Oh, that is rough. Is that going to fit? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. Look at that. Like a glove. Like a glove. Why am I whispering? All right, I'm going to put this in here. Occupied. What am I occupied? Is that the, yeah, that's going to be the, okay. We're going to have to wait for that to be done before I can put anything else here. So instead, let's get this connected up here. I think I'm going to have to go, yeah, just like that. And then we'll do one more section here just to get everything squared off. I think I can square it off like this. Yep. All right, these guys are back again, huh? You want to buy more broadcloth? Oh, I don't have any in export stock. Okay. Well, never you mind then. We'll just avoid that. Mead, we still have plenty. Dried fish, we don't have enough. I don't think we're ever going to have enough dried fish to satisfy the hunger of our town residents. All right, that's right. I was putting in before we were so, I won't say rudely interrupted, but before we were so unfortunately interrupted, I guess it's probably a better way to say it. We were having a very nice time getting this taken care of here. So let's, yeah, let's just connect here. I think I can get that to look pretty nice. We'll give our tavern a nice, I guess you could say front, paved area, maybe. This isn't straight, is it? Oh, well. That doesn't matter. So we'll just have this set up nice like that, and then we come in with our favorite maple trees. Oh, it's going to be winter soon. Let's actually slow this down so we don't have to worry about that so much. Oh, I wish I could see where I'd already placed things, but the pavement shouldn't take too long to get finished here. A pig died of old age? Really? Are you serious? Why are we not killing the pigs where they die of old age? 9 months. I don't think that pig's dying of old age. Did I protect one on accident? Is that what it is? All right, well, I got nothing on that one. So these guys going to finish this. Carts are actually looking good. I was kind of worried about them for a second here. Now, if I can get them to, I guess, commit to what they're supposed to be doing here in terms of building stuff, then I think we can get a little bit more built out here. Now, if I can get this to come not quite all the way out, maybe to about here, because I want to have this all kind of interconnected in a nice way. Let's see if there's a way to make this look not stupid. I think that's probably going to be closest we can get. All right, and then we want this to connect here. Can I just come all the way down here? Is that allowed? I think that will have to work just to get that put in place. So that will fully connect everything here. We can put in some landscaping on the side there. And then I think I might want to pave this too, just a little bit. And then in the corner here, we can put a little fenced-in park. Might be kind of nice. It sounded like a nice idea to me, at least. All right, we'll do a basic kind of a misshapen thing right here. Get that all the way up to here. Right, like so. Very good. And then we'll close everything off like so. All right, and that's going to take forever in a day to build. So in the meantime, go ahead and place down... Oh, I can't because I can't see the pavement. That's annoying. Okay. Do I dare do this during November? Or do I do yet another time lapse through the winter? And hope we can do what we need to do. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to go ahead and do one more time lapse so we can build all these pavements. And then I'll just put in some more decorations, and then we'll come back and we'll call it a day. Sound good? All right, see you on the other side. All right, and that is all of that. We still really can't see what's going on because of the snow. So we'll leave this alone for a second. And instead come to take a look at our cow situation. Because I have noticed we're a little low on shoes, which means we don't have enough leather. And because we kind of redid how, well, all of these cow sheds were operating, we haven't been sending as many bulls to the bull shed lately. Which is not good news for our continuous leather supply. So I think what we'll do is we'll start sending some more of those guys over there. If we can, you know, have any. There we go. There's plenty over here. So we'll get those guys out of here. And let them start slaughtering some of those cows. Well, bulls and oxen, really. And meanwhile, protect these new cows we've got. As long as we don't accidentally click something we don't need to be clicking. Alright, so that helps that out a little bit. Look at all these cows. Look at all those cows. I think we can go ahead and stick a couple of these into some of these others. Just kind of spread the wealth out, so to speak. Alright, now our bull shed should be... Oh, is it not? Is it not all the way up to 20? Alright, well, let's check this out. Yep, we can stick a couple of these guys in there. Easy. Easy. Nope, not the cow. The cow can stay. There you go. And a couple of these guys. Protect a bunch of other actual cows, and I think we'll be in business here. And it's good to do maintenance on this whenever you can. We just tend to be a little forgetful. So that is okay. Let's see what our river buddies want to buy. Want to buy some beer? Yep. There you go. Broadcloth. Yep, I'll sell that to you all day long. We actually have apples in export. Okay, good. Meat-wise, we still have tons of dried fish. Wow, we still have dried fish? Well, I'm going to go ahead and buy another, well, it's cheap. Let's buy 5,000. 5,000 dried fish. Alright, and these guys want to sell us some other stuff we don't need. I don't have enough cheese. Still do not have enough cheese. It seems like cheese is kind of a cursed thing at this point. How's our storage looking for all of this stuff? Still pretty good. Yep. Somehow, we still have flax. I don't know how. We've been doing so much trying to take care of all that. Hey, but now this is actually accessible for us to see what we're doing. So let's take the opportunity to kind of close this in just a tiny bit here. We'll make ourselves a little miniature park. It's not perfectly straight, but that's okay. Come in here with our big arch number 2. And see what we can do here. I can get this to cooperate nicely with me. Come on. You know what? No. We will exploit the way the game works. Alright. Completely flat. Close enough. Fence number 4. And another one right there. That, friends, will work just fine. So since we're here now, let's go ahead and put in couple of trees. We've got some nice maples along the back side here. And then put one in each corner that it'll let us do, and then fill in the middle. Just the best as we can. Which I think is going to make me do one more right there. Alright, so that'll get us some nice trees in the back of the tavern. Then I think I'll do a similar thing kind of in the inside of this. Right here, one in the center, because I don't think I can put anything else. Then we'll just go around the outside. Probably could have spaced that out just a little better. But that's okay. None of this is perfect. And that is just the way we like it. Alright, so we're going to have a whole bunch of maple trees there for literally no reason, but that's fine. Now I think gazebo right here in the middle, or maybe a chapel. A chapel would actually be a great thing to put right next to the tavern. There you go. Let's do that. Small chapel 1 implies the existence of small chapel 2. So we'll stick that guy right there. Give him a, I don't know, you wouldn't put a bell post by a chapel, but you would put a birdhouse. Which direction is that facing, I guess? Maybe we could just put this kind of to the side here. Yeah, we'll put that right there. And then how about we give them a bench to sit on next to the birdhouse so you can get annoyed by the bird noises at all hours of the day and night. All right, and that helps a little bit here. And one last thing we can do is we can pave right in front. The place is occupied by what? Oh, we're gonna be turkeys about this, aren't we? Yeah, they're gonna be real annoying about the pavement right there, aren't they? Wow, we can fix that. Oh, really? What could possibly be occupied here? Oh, come on, seriously? Alright, I guess I gotta play this game with them. Oh, it's the arch itself, okay. Alright, that's not what I want. Come on. Pavement, there we go. I just need to not occupy so much space here. Boy, that sure is annoying, because this takes up enough space where this is actually going to be kind of a problem, isn't it? Now what do I do? What do I do? I don't want to go just like that, but I guess I might have to. Oh well, it's really not that big of a deal. And I think right here down the middle we'll just put in a fence inside the shrubbery to try and discourage people from doing exactly this. And then well, I said inside the shrubbery, please do not crash. I will be upset. Thank you. If I do this correctly, then I think I'm in business. Yeah, we'll just line this nicely with some garden rose bushes here. Looks like that will be just fine. Now this other side, unfortunately, does not seem to have as much room, so I think I can get away with putting in a couple of benches here. Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, just 3 of those is probably fine. Alright. So what we've learned is we need to destroy the arch and the pavement and then repave. Or I could just, you know, build another one of these. No, I did it. No, I did it. Yep. The game is angry with me. Performing calculations intensely. Alright, now come rip these stones out so I can put them right back down. That's what we want to spend our time doing, right? Worst diet of old age. Where? Oh, in the stable. That's fine. Alright. Dirkachi, don't have any more shoes in storage, so we won't sell you any. But I'll sell you Horilka easy. Easy. All day long. Sunflower oil, yep, got enough to sell. That's looking good there. Apples, oh, I have apples to sell. Good. Get those out of the way immediately because harvest is upon us. Very good. Now let's come back up here. We're almost done, folks. I just want to try and kind of fix this. Alright, so yeah, we'll need to get rid of these as well. Just redo this whole thing. I know. That's what we want to spend our time doing, right? Is nitpicking how all this is set up. So instead, if the game ever stops thinking, that is, I'll put the big arch back in place. Right there, and then as soon as these stones are gone, then we'll just rebuild this like it was never even here. Except the rocks are in the way. Come get your rocks. Get these things out of here, man. Come get your rocks. Please. Come on, man. It's like 12 rocks. Just come pick them up. There you go. It wants to snap there. That is the problem. Okay. Well, all we have to do is just, oh, that'll actually work. All right, so there you have it. That's taken care of. There's plenty more we can be doing here to make this area a little bit nicer looking. But I think this is a good start, getting some trees planted, putting a little chapel here. It fills up some space nicely. And I'm not going to say completes this area, but it does do a whole lot of good to it. And yeah, we are over 1,800 population now, which is nice. I was hoping to get to 2,000 a little faster, but it seems to be kind of dragging itself out just a little bit. So now we can watch them build this and be all finished for today. So thanks for being here. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch these silly little Let's Play videos. But yeah, I appreciate you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, comments are open for anything that you have on your mind about the game. If any suggestions, anything you want to see in the town, just want to say hi or whatever's on your mind. I do read every single one, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, even if you don't leave a comment. But I hope that you did take the chance to interact with people. We've got some really nice people in the comments. Got a great community, which you can also join Discord. Links in the description for that. And then, of course, can't end a video without thanking the Beard Boosters who make all of these videos possible each and every single day. If you want information on that, that's also in the description. But, of course, you are never, ever obligated to give me anything. Even just one view is more than I expect and more than I am happy to have. So, all that being said, I think this has gone on for quite long enough. But we'll look forward to seeing you this weekend for some fun live streams. Hopefully I can find time to make another video. on some other stuff this weekend. But if not, we'll see you live stream tomorrow, Saturday. It's going to be some Timberborn Drown mode short stream because I got stuff to do later on in the afternoon. We might have it a little earlier than the 2 p.m. start time, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel page for that. And then, of course, Sunday, Cities Skylines is always a fun time. We went 7 hours last week. We're not going to do 7 hours this week. Trust me, that was a lot. But should be fun. Would love to have you there. Hope whatever you're doing, you have a fun and a safe rest of your day. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.